Okie dokie. Hello, Dana. Hopefully,
Hello, Mr. John Amos. It is a pleasure to speak to you. This movie was so much fun. And I love how, even though it's 30 years later, it still feels like just a fresh continuation. Like nothing's, we're just catching up like old friends.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's what we wanted to hear. That type of fact that confirms it resonates with people. They remember the original characters, and it's
Yes,
good to see them all alive and thriving. And now Eddie has his daughters in real life involved in the production. So he doesn't have to divide himself between being a family man and being a movie star or an icon. He brings his family with him to work, and I think it's great
it
because
is.
his young kids did a wonderful job. They look great on camera. Oh, it's going to be everything we need to see right now.
Hmm.
You know, in light of the past. Well, I'd say the past pandemic. It's still with us, but we're getting a hold of it.
Yes, yes, we are. And I love just how this felt like family and catching up with you in your character. It just felt fun and refreshing. And I know that you're playing Cleo McDowell, as we all know. You are
Yes, man.
you're still the head franchise owner of the McDowells, but now you've kind of taken business overseas. And that's
Absolutely. He's trying to keep up with the times and exploring the international market.
and now because of that, I kind of feel that McDonald's is off your back.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, they can't stop me from doing business in Africa. I mean, that would be worth $10 trillion worth of advertising right there. Reversing Kunta goes back to Africa to start with McDonald's, and they're going to stop that? Nah. So I'm
Yes.
looking forward to anything that happens with this character. Could be a lot of fun.
Yes, I love that too. So I was wondering, when you're on set, there's such beauty, there's comedy, and you have this amazing dramatic scene between you and Eddie, where you kind of give him advice about,
Yes.
about being about being now the new ruler, and to keep going forth with that. I was wondering, um, how is it like to work with Eddie when we see him in the serious mode? Because I know during the funny sides and funny times, it's maybe hard to keep a straight face.
Yes. This is what is so amazing about his talent, his ability to shift gears and to become another character seemingly in front of your very eyes without a lot of histrionics or unnecessary BS, I call it. The things that actors draw attention to the fact that they aren't prepared. You'll never see that in any of his performances. Um, when we did that serious scene, although brief, that scene conveyed the relationship between a surrogate dad, which I had become to him, and a surrogate son. It was more an exchange of heartfelt family values as opposed to just dialogue. And he delivers. He delivers with, he's just there all the time. You never have to worry, is this guy on the same page as me? Because that very often happens. We'll be doing a scene with another actor and they won't be there. Their body and the voice will be there, but they won't be there, and you'll feel that absence. And what's more important is the viewer or the live audience, should it be a stage performance, they feel it. But he's there uh, all the time. I love working with him because he's secure in his talent, and that makes me secure working with him.
Wonderful.
It's a joy.
Right. Now, what
I'm
was it
glad
like?
he enjoyed it, my dear.
So, what was it like working during the comedy and kind of keeping that straight face?
Well, doing the comedy, um, it's what I do, and it's what we do as professionals. If
Hmm.
the script calls for you to change, shift gears, that's what you do. You know, emote believingly, emote whatever it is you're trying to convey to the audience in terms of what the character's feeling. To be able to do it seamlessly the way Eddie does it, and so many other competent actors that I really admire. There are others that just phone it in, and you can tell it by their performances that they're phoning it in. They're not really committing to the project. And I think anytime you step before an audience, whether it be TV or live, you should commit 110% to that character. Don't
Right.
try to phone it in, because it'll show, it'll catch up with you.
So I was wondering for Cleo, he's a businessman. So I was wondering the moment that
Right.
wedding happened and they got married, was the character thinking, it would be great to start a franchise in Africa?
Absolutely. I would hope that people not knowing what the future of the franchise or that film would be, that they could see by Cleo's reaction at the wedding. He wasn't just happy for his daughter getting married. His daughter had, as he had expressed earlier, she'd hit the jackpot. I mean, she had hit the jackpot. She brought it home. Every father's dream that he would marry his daughter would marry a successful man. But a prince who's got his own money, I mean, he boy's got his own money. It doesn't get any better than that. And
Right.
that's been his driving motivation, raison d'etre, ever since he took the role of son-in-law to the prince. Oh man, he's in heaven.
Wonderful. And there's so many beautiful cameos that we see, either calling back from the original or, random celebrities that are coming in. I was wondering, was there a specific cameo that you truly enjoyed watching?
I would have to say Wesley Snipes wearing kilts, Scottish kilts, for whatever reason. I don't know how the writers came up with that. Maybe they're having Idi Amin flashbacks. But the bottom line is to see Wesley and kilt. That did it for me. I broke up. I just laughed myself sick. And then to see just the parade of stars, true luminaries coming through there, Morgan Freeman and so many others, and then the reunion with the original members of the cast that still survived. It was a great experience. One that I didn't think was going to happen for a long time. And when it officially was announced that, yes, we're starting production, and then we went ahead and shot it, I was just, this is as good as it gets.
Right. Now, I was wondering, was there a particular either celebrity or actor or a particular scene that you would have loved to have been in yourself?
Yes, I would have loved to have had a scene with Morgan Freeman. Any scene. I don't know how they would have written it, or just to be able to exchange acting with a Morgan Freeman. That would have been rather tasty. I would have really enjoyed that.
Right. And I was wondering also, how is McDowell as a grandfather now? Because we have like the children, as we spoken earlier.
Oh, he's very paternal because he sees in the children his future. As long as they're alive and prosperous, he is. And I approach it the same way I, as John Amos, approached it, watching my own progeny mature and grow up. Both my children are educated. My son is assisting me in this very project here. He's an accomplished filmmaker and a graduate of CalArts Institute and has won several awards for direction, including best direction of this and that. And you name all the prerequisites and he's there. So we work together and he's knowledgeable. And the thing I love about it is at his age, he's so in touch with the young generation of luminaries and actors and talent and technicians that he keeps me on the cutting edge as far as any contributions I'd like to make. It's like being dragged into the space age. And so far, so good. I'm enjoying this part of my life very much.
Wonderful, and congratulations. And lastly, I was wondering if you could sum up the sequel using just 3 words, what would you say?
3 words. Well, it'd be a little bit more than 3 words.
Okay.
Its time has come.
I love that very much. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity. God bless you and stay safe.
Thank you. You too.